And good morning at 7:04 on this Thursday, July 25th. It's time to head to Studio B for Coleman and Company.
Hello, everybody, and welcome. We welcome you to our program and say good morning to you. And, of course, this is Thursday, so we're on the air for Bates Ford, 1780 Franklin Road, the dealer that'll trade for anything you don't eat. Paul Tubbs is here. Paul, good morning.
Good morning.
And Ronnie Kelly is here as usual. Ronnie, good morning.
Good morning.
And, of course, we always enjoy seeing the two of you. Most of the time, both of you are here. Paul Tubbs is the general manager, and Ronnie Kelly's been in sales at this Ford dealership, which has had two names and now two locations. Mm-hmm. But you've been doing it for 37 years, almost 38.
Yes, sir.
Yep. Well, get us started, Paul.
We got a lot going on end of the month. We're trying to get a little sales. Mr. Bates got a lot of inventory for us. We've got a really, really good selection of vehicles now. We've got some different makes and models, and, of course, we've got our standard Fords with all of our new ones has got some great rebates. We've got our loaner program that's really got a great deal. If you get in that loaner program and purchase one of them, we put these vehicles in what they call the Ford Courtesy Transportation Program. We put them in for 3,000 to 5,000 miles, take them out. You get the warranty extended for up to 42,000. It goes from 36 to 42. Plus, you also, the vehicle has extra money. You still get the rebates as if the vehicle was new, but there's also a couple $1,000s worth of loaner transportation funds. So, on some of these vehicles, one of my nieces bought one. She got a $5,000 rebate, 0% interest for 60 months. So that's a pretty good deal on a new Edge.
I guess you're loving that, Ronnie.
Yes, we love that program because we get a lot of first-time buyers, and they come in with that program. You got that extra rebate and that extra money, and that's a great thing. And plus, they qualify for that interest rate, and that's a blessing right now because a lot of interest rates are pretty expensive right now for your banks and some of the credit unions.
And everybody doesn't necessarily want a new one. They feel like they got to stay with what they can afford. And a pre-owned car, you got a good selection of those, haven't you?
Yeah, at our new location, that was one thing we wanted to capitalize on. We kind of went to Ford and said, hey, they've upped our new inventory considerably, but we also wanted to up our used inventory a lot. So, Tony, he's our buyer. He gets usually and does it online, but he's buying different makes and models. We've got several vehicles to choose from, everything from BMWs to Porsches to Mercedes to Nissans. So, there's a whole selection of used, but we've got our inventory. We had to actually put more lot room up by Franklin Road because we had so many vehicles and it was getting kind of tight. So we added an extra lot. We added two, actually. We added one kind of when you're coming down the interstate from Mount Juliet on the right where we could put some more new vehicles. And then we added one up on the hill by the Franklin Road entrance. So we're staying active.
Well, but you let Mr. Bates worry about getting those here. That's not part of your job necessarily.
Tony's the buyer. He's really good at that. He's done it for years. He'll have screens and he'll look and see what the market on the vehicle is, and then he kind of flips back and forth. But he's really good at that.
Does he get any suggestions from you, Ronnie?
Well, like yesterday, I was up there listening to him. He was buying, and he had about 8 or 9 screens up at one time. Yeah. He's been doing it for so long. He's so good at it,
Yeah.
And he can just flip over. And he buys some great vehicles.
Well, cars, automobiles, transportation is what it's all about. But taking care of that, you've got to do maintenance, and you've got a great shop and do just about everything there.
Yeah, our service department's booming. I mean, we're actually staying really caught up. Our pickup and delivery, where Shelley will come get your vehicle, has really took off, and we can service it for you where you don't have to actually come to the dealership. You call, schedule an appointment, we'll come get it, service it, bring it back to you. Also, oil changes. I had somebody call yesterday and said they had called another competitive Ford dealer, and it was going to be 3 to 4 weeks before they could do an oil change on their diesel. We do oil changes all day long. On first come, first serve. You don't necessarily have to have an appointment. All you got to do is just bring it in. We've got 10 guys, and when we built this new facility, we built a quick lube with 10 bays where we could get oil changes and brakes, tires, batteries, and all that in and out really quick. And, of course, if you want to bring it over there, you don't have to call. Just come in. We can get right on it. Most of the time, you just sit in the lounge, get it. You know, we got that big window you can look out and get right on it. We've got brakes going on right now. We've done a lot of brake jobs. Ford does a $149.95. That includes parts and labor. Of course, we'll always meet or beat anybody's price on tires. You know, if you buy a set of tires from Bates, we'll do you free rotation. And then, of course, our battery, as I've always reminded you, $179.95. We install them free on most vehicles.
Well, some great service specials that you have all the time. And we remind everybody every week just about. Last word this morning, Ronnie, you got about 30 seconds.
Remember, we the dealer that trade for anything that don't eat.
That didn't take 30 seconds.
That's right.
All right. Well, all of this at Bates Ford and out there, new location since what, about Thanksgiving you've been there?
Yeah, we've been there and we got settled in, so come see us. And there again, if you want your vehicle service, you don't necessarily have to bring it in. You can call and schedule. We can come get it with our pickup and delivery.
All right, great. See y'all next Thursday. Right. Thanks for being with us. Paul Tubbs, Ronnie Kelly, Bates Ford, 1780 Franklin Road, the dealer that'll trade for anything it don't eat. All right, this morning, I guess we could call this a special program. Really, anytime you got Sean Smith, it's going to be special, I think. Good morning.
Man, Coleman, you set me up every time, don't you?
I love it.
How are you?
Sean Smith with the Jewelers, and he's here to talk about the Signature Palooza. Did I get that right?
Yes, sir. You got it. Nailed it.
All right, and as well, we have Jason Miller here with the Sea Dog Boys. And good morning to you, Jason Miller.
Good morning, Coleman.
All right, get us started, Sean. What's this all about?
Yeah, so myself, the Jewelers, Beauty Boutique, and Coco and Lou kind of came together a few months ago. We've been talking about wanting to do something for our clients for a while now. And when we moved over to Signature Plaza 2 years ago, our business really ramped up. You know, this is my 27th year in the jewelry business in Lebanon. It's my 14th year of having my own store. And we've always wanted to do something to just, you know, something big to give back. You know, we do our ladies' nights events and Christmas open house and that kind of thing. But we wanted to do something a lot bigger. So we kind of, you know, sat around and brainstormed, you know, threw some stuff against the wall, see what stuck. And this is what we came up with. And so Jason's been one of my best friends for years. And to have them commit to coming out and doing a free show in our parking lot, I mean, these guys are a big local draw for sure. So, we're super excited. But the event itself is going to be going on all day long. So we're going to start at about noon. We've got some special vendors coming in with all the retail stores. So Beauty Boutique's got some cool things. They're doing they've got Hunter Sweets that's going to come do a royal icing tutorial. They're actually going to have kittens. You know, Stephanie Bost with Mighty Miracles Kitten Rescue. She's going to have some kittens out there. Coco and Lou has got some special denim jean and jacket promotions that they're doing. If you come in and buy a jacket, you can have it stitched on site that day by Ranger Stitch. I'm going to leave some people out. I know I am, because we've got Wild Hair Hat Company is coming out doing custom trucker hats, which is huge right now. Lucky Locks Hair Sparkles is going to be there. We've got a girl coming and doing tiny tattoos. She's going to be there all day. So all of those vendors are going to be there from noon to 4. Mm-hmm. And then at 4 o'clock, we're going to have live music starting. We've got DJ OB1, which is a local guy that comes out. He'll be spinning vinyls until the Sea Dog Boys go on. And the Sea Dog Boys are going to go on sometime around 5:30. Bring a chair. We've got food trucks all day long. Smoking Butts Barbecue will be there all day. Sweet Things Bakery will be there all day. Fried green tomatoes, and then the Doghouse. So we've got lots of food. If you can't stay, hey, at least come out and grab a bite.
What's the Doghouse?
Hot dogs. Gourmet
okay.
Yeah.
All right, we got it.
Yeah. Of course, the Jewelers, we'll have all kinds of specials. We've got 60 months same as cash running on Saturday. Actually, we're running that all month, but we'll be doing that definitely on Saturday. Up to 50% off some items. So, yeah, it's just going to be fun. It's just a way for us to give back, and hopefully everybody can come out and have a good time. And if people haven't been there, maybe this will give them an opportunity to come and see what we're all about.
Right. Well, Jason Miller, how hard did he have to twist your arm to get you there?
Well, honestly, I'm a little bit surprised by what he said a while ago. I wanted to stop him, but I didn't want to be rude. What did you say about a free show? Did anybody else hear that?
So Coleman,
I thought we were at least getting all the Zaxby's we could eat or something.
We may have to back up the tape here and see what was said.
Well, he mentioned the free show.
Yeah.
It is free because of our sponsors.
Yeah.
I would be remiss. Thanks, Jason. I would be remiss. I was getting there.
It's not about the money.
I was getting
but
there.
It does cost money.
Trust me. Clearly, it's not about the money. But yeah, we have some pretty amazing sponsors. Bob McDonald has actually been here several times in the last couple of weeks. I know he's been giving us a plug, and we really appreciate that. But Zaxby's is kind of our title sponsor. They allowed us the opportunity to get the Sea Dock Boys. So we've got our local Zaxby's, Cedarstone Bank, amazing. They stepped up. Novus Mortgage, Fleming Homes, Mayhem Mechanical, Lindsay B. Smith Properties, and A Square Real Estate have allowed this to happen. Yeah. We've got the venue, we put it together, but they chipped in pretty heavily to make sure that we could pull this off.
Okay, and again, this is Saturday from noon to 8 p.m. Really.
Noon to 8, like I said, all the special vendors will be going on. From about noon to 4, the jewelry store, Coco and Lou and Beauty Boutique will be open till 5. We'll shut down the stores at 5 o'clock, and then the parking lot will fill up with some amazing music. Food trucks will be there all night, so if you don't have to eat and come. You can grab a chair and enjoy some amazing music.
All right. Well, we've got to take a break right here. We'll talk more with Sean and Jason in a moment. This is Coleman and Company, FM 98.9.
And let's see what's happening on the roadways. Thanks to Bates Ford, get a regular oil change, $39.95 up to 5 quarts oil, tax and disposal. 1780 Franklin Road. Now at traffic, here's Chuck.
Good morning, THB. Still out here with this early morning truck crash in Rutherford County, 840 eastbound, just up from Jefferson Pike. Now it's busy leaving Rutherford County right now on 24 westbound, headed into Antioch. There's a stolen vehicle in a tricky spot. Watch for it there on 24 westbound, right at 440 as it continues to build on I-40 right now, coming in from Dixon County up through Kingston Springs. Hey, whether you need a new roof repair, or roof inspection, independent roofing specialists, these guys are absolutely the best. They're easy to deal with. Check them out, irsroofs.com. I'm Commander Chuck with your on-time traffic.
This is Coleman Walker inviting you to join Judge Barry Tatum and me for live election coverage starting when the polls close at 7 p.m. on August 1st. It's brought to you by A.G. & Johnson Realty and Auction, Burdine Supply, Designer Carpets, Hartlow Funeral Chapel, Powell & Meadows Insurance, and Steve Mall Plumbing. Join us for live election coverage August 1st starting at 7 p.m. on WANT FM 98.9 and WCOR AM 1490.
And now, a moment of silence to remember our dear friend.
Sorry. Oh, man. Life can be uncomfortable. Your home doesn't have to be. With a wide range of air conditioners, furnaces, and heat pumps, Rheem makes it easy to feel comfortable, even when you can't be comfortable.
Financing available through TVA's Energy Right program and your local power company. Call Randy's Heat and Air 237-3604.
Are you thinking about buying a new home? Let A.G. & Johnson assist you with your new home search. From the first-time home buyer to the empty nester, we are experienced in all facets of the home buying process. We will be with you every step of the way. No matter if you are buying, selling, downsizing, or upsizing, we can assist you with your real estate needs. Call us at 615-444-0909 or find us online at agandjohnson.com or Facebook A.G. & Johnson Realty. A.G. & Johnson is your community's trusted realty and auction company.
We continue here on a Thursday morning, and my thanks to Sean Smith and Jason Miller being my guests here. We're talking about the Signature Palooza coming up this Saturday, and let's talk about the location. I don't think we've mentioned that too much. It's on the western part of Lebanon, right?
Yeah, so we're at Signature Plaza. The Jewelers is 105 Signature Place, and we're right behind Verizon on the west side. And we've been there, like I said, 2 years. Beauty Boutique's been there. I'm going to get this wrong, but I don't know, 10, 12, 15 years. They've been there a while.
Yeah.
And then Coco and Lou is, my wife and Nicole Bell are in the same spot as the Jewelers. We share a location.
Well, and this is going to be right there.
So this is going to be in the parking lot. But when I say in the parking lot, this is it's a full production. We've got stage sound, lighting. I mean, we're going all out for this. This isn't going to be your backyard, party kind of thing. We're doing it up right.
Well, want to talk to Jason Miller a little bit. Tell me and tell our audience about the Sea Dog Boys. We'll start there.
Sure. Sea Dog Boys started down at a marina at Center Hill at Pates Ford Marina. 3 of the guys in the band have houseboats on Sea Dock at that marina.
Oh, okay.
And we just started.
That's where you got your name.
That's
obviously.
all. That's all it is. It's just very original.
The Sea Dock.
We didn't have to think much about it. It was a joke, and we would just play on each other's front porches and bring your guitar over. Well, bring your bass over, and it just started just just for fun.
When was that? How long ago was that?
7 years ago.
Okay.
What I was told, and a few short years later, we play places like Bridgestone for Predators games. We play downtown at the Sky Deck. We play Kid Rock. We play a lot of different music festivals and marinas, and just what we do it for is honestly for the fun of it, and we like to do stuff we haven't done before. And
how would you describe your music, the genre?
Well, I graduated high school in '84, and I would say whatever you heard back around that time, you're going to hear some of that. You're going to hear Eagles. You're going to hear Billy Joel. You'll hear the Doobie Brothers.
Yeah.
A lot of vocal type bands. We do a lot of harmony type stuff, and then we do something that a lot of bands don't do. If we like the Doobie Brothers, we'll stick 5 or 6 Doobie Brothers songs in the same song and just smash them together.
Yeah.
And make it one big song that lasts about 15 minutes. so
how many Sea Dock Boys are there?
There are actually 6 of us.
All right.
Three from the marina and 3 that we drafted. Mm-hmm. So the drummer's father is Dwayne Propst from Little Texas.
Okay.
So I know he's been in here and spoken to you guys before.
Yeah.
So we get the honor of having his son Corey come out and play with us, and he actually still goes and tours with them when their drummer can't make it for whatever reason. He jumps on the bus, takes off to South Dakota or wherever, and goes and plays the
Well,
Texas.
how do you play on a regular basis? You have somewhere you frequent?
Well, it seems like we play all the time, but we're all parents, we're grandparents, we've got businesses and jobs and careers, and so we try to keep it to 2 times a month. We just play two times a month is all we can really cram in and still have a reasonable personal life.
So you've really going out of the way to come here and play for Sean, then, right?
Yeah, we're actually really grateful. They don't play locally very much. He said that earlier. They've got a really he's being a little modest. They have a very large following of people. But, they'll have a couple of hundred people drive to Bowling Green from here just to see them play. They play up there twice a year. Mm-hmm. Because they're amazing,
Amazing. I don't know about amazing.
Nah, they're top notch. Yeah. Where I'm excited. I know there's a lot of people in town that are really excited to see them play locally.
So approximately from when to when will you be playing them Saturday?
I've been told 5:30 to whenever, as soon as we can run everybody off, we can quit. So our goal is to have them gone by 6.
6:15 at the latest.
But probably 9.
Yeah, 5:36 start time till 8, 9. Listen, I've seen him play a lot later than that. I've forgotten him playing a lot later than that too.
Yeah, well,
we don't talk about that on the radio.
We play until Sean orders pizza for the entire town.
Pretty much, that's how it works.
We all seem to know each other pretty well, and
yeah, we go way back.
Absolutely,
30 years.
Wow.
And I'm only 33.
Well, how is business these days?
Business is amazing. I was telling Jason on the way over here. I actually had a conversation with a client yesterday afternoon. We were talking about it. Last year was the best year we've ever had, monetarily wise, and this year is on pace to surpass that, which it goes back to one of the reasons we want to do this. We wanted to give back just simply to say thank you. I mean, this town has been unbelievably welcoming to us over, my 27 years, my 14 years on my own. And it's only getting better. It's actually a cool thing to see.
Well, since we're here and we're talking about business and business is good, tell us a little bit about what your business is all about. I mean,
so
jewelers, you have an idea, but you kind of have a specialty of your own, I think.
We do. We do repairs in house. There's not a lot of there are stores that do repairs in house. I shouldn't say it like that, but we do custom work on site. We have 2 jewelers, myself and Shay Holt, which anybody who's been in town for any length of time knows Shay. He has a long-standing pedigree in the jewelry world, and to have him on our staff is invaluable. But it allows us to do things that your chain stores they can't offer because they don't have that, and that really sets us apart from a lot of other stores. We do a ton of custom work. So much so now that, I have to call probably once or twice a week. I have to call a client and say, hey, you know what? I'm not done with this one yet because I have so many custom pieces in the works. It's a fantastic problem to have. But we've kind of come into our own in the last few years. When we moved into this new store 2 years ago, I had no idea the volume that was going to increase. And we loved our old location, but this new, we've got plenty of parking. We have amazing neighbors. It was a draw that we didn't know we needed, and now we've got it, and we couldn't be more thankful.
And this whole thing with the Signature Palooza is a way of saying thank you and giving
absolutely back. And it's not just us. I'm here as kind of the spokesperson, but Beauty Boutique, Coco and Lou, it became a time that we needed to let all of our clients know, hey, you know what, we love you, and we're super happy to be here.
30 seconds and talk about each one of those, if you will.
Yeah, so Beauty Boutique, I mean, I think everybody, every female in town knows Beauty Boutique. Katie Wakefield bought Beauty Boutique back in December. She is carrying on a tradition that Nicole Bell had for many, many years. They are fantastic. They're the best neighbors. Coco and Lou started 2 years ago. Coco and Lou is Nicole and my wife, Lindsay. Coco and Lou is home goods. They've just added some clothing lines. They have a ton of really, really cool stuff. The list is long. I could name them all. And of course, the jewelers, we've got fine jewelry. We have, our custom lines, but we do, natural diamonds, lab grown diamonds. We do it all.
And of course, the Sea Dog Boys, Jason Miller, are going to be there, and you're not limiting your hours, at least from what I've heard so far. Whenever they'll let you go, I guess.
Whenever it gets time to go, you just kind of know. But
usually it's when the cops show up. That's when you know.
Your blue lights usually will alert you. Yeah.
Well, and you pretty much limit yourself to 2 times a month, you said. Is this one of those 2 times?
This is one of the 2. No, we actually did 3 this month. I guess because of the 4th of July, we threw a 3rd one in there. And this is one of the spots.
Well, what's the farthest you travel to do a show?
We were in Iuka, Mississippi, back in June, I think, just to do a show there from some folks that had been up to Nashville and heard us play there, and they called us and said, "Sure, it's a, to have a band go that far, it costs so much for us to travel that usually they opt for a band local who will do it for a lot less money than us. It's not that we deserve it more than anybody else. It's just, when 6 guys are traveling 4 or 5 hours one way, it costs a lot of money, and it just makes it a different situation. So we try to make it day trips anywhere we go for the most part.
What real quickly here, what instruments do you play in your band?
Well, I'm actually a acoustic guitar player, lead vocals, and I also play harmonica. I learned one song on a harmonica, and that's all I know. Don't ask for another harmonica song because I don't have one. So,
I mean, it's just breathing in and out.
It's breathing in and out, right? We can all play a harmonica.
All right, we got a minute. Wrap it all up for us, Sean.
Yeah, so we just want everybody to come out. Like I said, 105 Signature Place on Saturday, noon to 8. Food trucks all day long. Music starts at 4. Bring a chair. We can't wait. This is we are super excited. This is going to be really, really fun. Deals all day long. If you have any questions, actually follow our social medias, Beauty Boutique social media, Coco and Lou, and the Jewelers. Everything is on there, and we'll keep everybody updated between now and then.
All right. Well, it's great to have you both here. Sean Smith with the Jewelers and Jason Miller with the C-Doc Boys and the Signature Palooza coming up this Saturday.
Yes, sir. Coleman, it's always a pleasure.
That is part one of Coleman and Company. We hope you'll keep it right here for more. FM 98.9.
And let's see what's happening on the roadways. Thanks to Absolute Kubota. They have a deal designed to keep you ahead of schedule. Check out the world's #1 selling compact excavator plus 0% financing going on now until the end of the year. Absolute Kubota, 1506 West Main. Now at traffic, here's Chuck.
Good morning. THP remains on the scene of this early morning truck crash here in Rutherford County, 840 eastbound, right up from Jefferson Pike. It's been limping along up through here, mostly rubbernecking delays for the last hour or so. Now it's busy leaving Rutherford County on 24 West as you head towards Nashville through the Antioch area. Starting a little bit more saturated there, 65 southbound, coming off that ramp from Vietnam Vets, headed down through Madison. Hey, whether you need a new roof repair, or roof inspection, independent roofing specialist, these guys have got you covered. Check out irsroofs.com. I'm Commander Chuck with your on-time traffic.
What is your passion? How can you use that passion to enrich your community? Hi, this is Melanie Minter, President and CEO of the Lebanon-Wilson County Chamber of Commerce. Your chamber is the resource for making connections to fulfill your passion. Whether education, nonprofit, agriculture, entertainment, or government relations, Wilson County offers a place for you to be involved. Your chamber connects businesses, individuals, and your passion to the community. We have an enthusiasm for excellence. Join us and catch the spirit. Call or visit our office at 149 Public Square in Lebanon.
Hey, this is Paul with Bates Ford, and I got some exciting news for you. Bates Ford's moved into our new location at 1780 Franklin Road. That's right, Bates Ford's at 1780 Franklin Road, just off Hartman Drive and Interstate 40. We've got a much larger selection of vehicles to choose from, a state-of-the-art double-sized service department. So come see us at 1780 Franklin Road. That's Bates Ford, 615-444-8221. Bates Ford, the dealer will trade for anything that don't eat.
We'll have partly cloudy skies today with a chance of showers and thunderstorms. Highs will be in the lower 80s. Tonight looks mostly cloudy, chance of showers. Lows in the upper 60s. And then Friday looks partly cloudy. Another chance of showers and thunderstorms. Highs back in the mid-80s. This weather forecast brought to you by Walker Auction and Realty, professional auction and real estate services. Get top dollar for your home, land, or personal property. Log on to MikeWalkerAuctions.com. They know auctions. With your Severe View forecast, I'm Storm Specialist Drew Richards.
We welcome you to part two of Coleman and Company here on a Thursday morning. If you're a regular listener, you know it's time for us to talk to our friends from A.G. and Johnson Realty. And Jay White and Helene Cash are here this morning. Jay, good morning to you.
Good morning, Coleman.
Good morning, Helene.
Good morning, Coleman.
All right. A.G. and Johnson Realty and Auction, 728 West Main in Lebanon. Their website, www.agandjohnson.com, and that phone number is 615-444-0909. What's happening, Jay?
Oh, we're busy, Coleman, and that's a great thing. We like to be busy, but we always start out on Thursday mornings. We like to talk about Saturday morning, and this Saturday morning at 10 o'clock, we're going to be out on Rutledge Lane, just right out of town, just on Rutledge Lane. We've got a great opportunity out there to buy a 5-acre tract of land. It already has a septic system installed, city water's at the road. There's a well already on the property that's maintained, but it's just a great opportunity to buy a tract of land here in the county. You don't get the opportunity this day and time to get a tract of land this close to town. This property has no restrictions. If you're looking for something where you can build a small home, you want to downsize, or if you just want to build it, maybe put a modular home on it for a little while until you get ready to build your lifelong residence. It's just got a lot of flexibility that we don't see a lot of in this day and time. No,
and this is selling in one track.
Selling in one track. It's it's got some open land on it, a lot of trees. I mean, but it's just a beautiful little tract of land close to Lebanon. But if you're looking for something where you've got a lot of different options. There's a lot of different options that you have out there on the residential and agricultural side. So if you're looking something out of town and you want to be able to build you something that is not what normal in a subdivision setting, come out and be with us. It'd be a great opportunity to buy it.
Maybe within a mile of the city limits, something like that?
It's close. It's less than 2, I would say. Less than 2. Probably less than a mile as a crow flies, but probably less than 2 if you're driving the roads. And then we're the next week, and I want to talk about this today because next Wednesday, and we won't be here between now and the time we have this sale on July the 31st. We're going to be in Shady Circle, selling a nice little house out in Shady Circle, a little 3-bedroom, 1.5 bath ranch house. We have lots of personal property, vehicles, lots of tools, and some antique furniture. Got a little house, got a little deferred maintenance on it. If you're looking for a house to fix up to get with your own ideas, come out and be with us. I mean, this house has a lot of potential. It's in a great little subdivision, great area of town on the west side. A rare opportunity to buy at your own price out there on Shady Circle. But if you're looking for a nice Cadillac, we're going to be selling. Basically, I call it a one owner. This fella's father owned it, but it's it's been in his family since it was brand new. Let's put it that way. But it has 42 or 3,000 miles on it, I believe.
43,000 miles on that Cadillac.
Been garage kept, just a beautiful little car. We've also got a little Dodge Dakota truck and another little ATV, little 4Runner type, a little SUV 4Runner type thing, and then lots of shop tools and hammers and knives and just anything you. Lots of merchandise out there that we'll be selling next Wednesday. So come out and be with us. Come spend the day.
And it starts at 10 o'clock?
It'll start at 10 o'clock. The real estate will settle at 11. And then we'll talk about it in just a minute, but on August the 3rd at 9 o'clock, and that's 2 weeks, I guess, be a week from this coming Saturday, we're going to have an estate sale that we're going to be selling a lot of firearms. And it'll just be a firearm sale only. If you're looking for any type of firearm, this is a great collection of firearms that we'll be selling. We'll talk about that more next week, but we'll start that sale at 9 o'clock on August 3rd.
All right. That is up on the website, so if you want to take a look on the website at agandjohnson.com, you can take a look at those firearms. There's a full list, and there's pictures, and there's everything of all those firearms on the website.
Good. What else you got for us?
So I was going to say, you know what, we're gearing towards the end of July, and I haven't talked about the monthly maintenance yet. So in the month of July, we're going to talk about 2 things. Reduce your fire risk indoors. So you want to check for your frayed cords, your wires around your home, clean the stove and oven to help prevent fires, and make sure you have fire extinguisher nearby. You want to make sure that fire extinguisher is not expired. Check your smoke detectors. And if you didn't change it, spring forward, fall back. If you didn't change your batteries when you sprung forward, make sure you change your batteries in your smoke detector. And keep all your combustible materials like paint and gasoline in their original containers. So that's your fire risk indoors. And then you want to make sure you have an emergency plan for your family. If you don't know where your escape routes are in your home, and if there's a fire, if you don't already have an escape route with your family, excuse me, you want to make sure you have one. And you have all of your contacts, you know where you evacuate to and how you evacuate as a family, and make sure your family knows how to dial 911. You'll be surprised, not every family member knows how to dial 911. They don't realize that 911 is actually a way to dial an emergency.
Yeah, right.
So this month, your September maintenance is reduce your fire risk indoors and have an emergency plan with your family.
All right.
So that's your monthly maintenance for July.
Some great advice.
Absolutely, Coleman. Yeah. We're full of great advice.
And you haven't said it, but I'll help you a little bit here. Auctions are a big thing at A.G. & Johnson, but they're not the only thing.
Not the only thing. We have the traditional way to buy and sell real estate. Auctions are one way, but the traditional way. So if you're looking to upsize or downsize, if you're looking for an investment property or a vacation property, we have an agent for you. We have many agents on the team here at A.G. & Johnson. So you can give us a call at 615-444-0909, and we have an agent that can help you with your real estate needs.
Great. We all have a great one. Thanks for being with us. Jay, you love auctions. You got them.
All right, thanks.
We'll see you next time.
Okay, see you next Thursday.
Okay, we are about 21 minutes before the hour, and John DeWall is my guest this morning. And if you are a regular listener for the last several years, you probably have an idea of what he's going to be talking about. But since some of you probably don't, I'm going to let him tell you. But first, John, I want to say good morning to you.
Good morning, Coleman.
And welcome to our program again. You've been doing this for quite some time, and most of the years when school starts, you come out and tell us all about what's about to take place as far as the DeWall Back to School shoe giveaway. And so that's what we're here to talk about this morning, but it's nice to see you. Things going pretty well for you?
They are.
What are you doing now? That one time you worked for the county, and I got to know you a little bit better at that time, but you're not there anymore, I don't think. And what are you doing?
I am still doing a little bit of engineering business for people that I know and have past relationships with.
And that's, would you say you might be semi-retired?
I think that's a fair word.
Okay, all right. But you haven't quit doing what you've been doing for a number of years regarding back to school because the need is still there, no doubt.
Yes, and the passion is still there in my heart. And in my semi-retirement, as I'm getting older, I have great partners that help carry the load with me, mainly the Salvation Army, Wilson County Salvation Army, Sergeant Tom Freeman, and his army of helpers and workers that we couldn't do it without.
I think he's been out here with you a time or two, maybe in other situations. How's he doing? Hadn't seen him in a while.
He is doing great. His children are growing up. His son spent the summer in Malaysia at an orphanage for the Salvation Army and had an incredible international experience just caring for people on the other side of the world.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let's get to the event here. It's right away. In fact, it is Friday, July 26th. That's
tomorrow. My goodness, how time flies.
Yeah. Well, tell us all about it.
We're going to be having a drive-through event for school-age children to come with their parents or guardians or whoever cares for them that's an adult, and we'll be giving away shoes, socks, and underwear to school-age kids, and we'll have refreshments and snacks. First Methodist Church will be there again with some food to eat, and it's the usual, let's help the kids get ready for school and give them the basics of what they need to be ready to go and start up another year.
This is going to be held where it's been for the last several years, isn't it?
Yes, same location at 715 Lake Street. That's the Salvation Army Church. Used to be I call it the Brick Chapel on Lake Street because everyone knows it as the Brick Chapel. It's been Mary Chaffin Chapel, and now is the Salvation Army Church.
And that's where this will be held. What time does it start?
The giveaway for people who are receiving shoes and undergarments is from 4 till 6. Volunteers come early because we have a lot of setup. Set up a shoe store and underwear store and tents and arrange for the drive-through pattern that we set up and getting snacks and refreshments. Lot to do, so we ask volunteers to come at 2 o'clock or 2:30. No need to sign up ahead of time. If you want to volunteer, just show up early. If you want to receive these things to help your school-age significant person, whoever they are, used to be, we say parents, but these days there are a lot of grandparents, a lot of other people that are helping to raise children, and it's important that they know to come and just bring the kids with them.
And approximately how long you plan to do this? You have, I see on your flyer here, it says from 4 to 6, or 4 is 4 and 6. What do we got here?
Between 4 and 6.
All right.
And the reality is that we do it as long as there are people in line. Occasionally, we've had huge long lines where we've had to, a little after 6, kind of put someone at the back of the line. But generally, we want to take care of everyone that comes during that time period, and we'll take care of them, as long as they're waiting until we can get them shoes, socks, and undergarments. And a lot of love.
You have, there's quite a history, really, about this and how it got started. I don't guess we really got time to get into that because we've got to go to a break here in about a minute. But you have, how many years is this?
This is 31. I brought a notebook to show you during the break quickly. We got a lot of pictures at our 30th anniversary and did some special things in honor of Potter's House, who started this ministry, along with my late wife, Becky, that just saw the need in the projects of Lebanon for school kids to have basic shoes, socks, and undergarments like all of the other kids did.
How many approximately, what kind of numbers, you're into the hundreds, I would think.
Around 450 last year.
Okay.
And we, over the last, 10 or 15, 20 years have been somewhere around that number, 350 to 450. And it's been pretty stable over the years.
And you're expecting something like that again this year, probably.
Yes, we are.
And are prepared.
Of course. And the main thing we're prepared with is just the love of Jesus in our hearts, just to love people, let them know they are special no matter how they might be hurting or what might be going on within their lives or hearts, that they're loved and special. And we want to do something to just acknowledge that and let them know.
Okay, John DeWall is my guest. We'll talk more after we take a break here on Coleman Company, FM 98.9.
And let's see what's happening on the roadways. Thanks to our friends at Bates Ford, get a battery installed in most vehicles. $149.95. Bates Ford, 1780 Franklin Road. Now at traffic, here's Chuck.
Good morning. Cleanup continues in Rutherford County on the scene of this truck crash that happened earlier this morning. It's mostly rubbernecking delays down through here right now on 840 eastbound, just up from Jefferson Pike, as that traffic starts to crank up with more volume down through Millersville on 65 southbound coming in from Dixon County. Not bad at the moment with that traffic flow on 40 east all the way up through Kingston Springs. Hey, whether you need a new roof repair, or even a roof inspection, independent roofing specialists, these guys are the best. Check out their website, irsroofs.com. I'm Commander Chuck with your on-time traffic.
This is Coleman Walker inviting you to join Judge Barry Tatum and me for live election coverage starting when the polls close at 7 p.m. on August 1st. It's brought to you by A.G. & Johnson Realty and Auction, Burdine Supply, Designer Carpets, Partlow Funeral Chapel, Howell & Meadows Insurance, and Steve Mall Plumbing. Join us for live election coverage August 1st starting at 7 p.m. on WANT FM 98.9 and WCOR AM 1490.
For the last several years, you've helped make Signature Plaza a shopping destination on Lebanon's west side. And now the jewelers, Coco and Lou, and Beauty Boutique want to give back. On July 27th, we present to you Signature Palooza, an all-day event that culminates with a huge concert by Lebanon's very own CDOC Boys, presented by Zaxby's. Local food trucks, exclusive retail partners, and amazing deals will also be a part of this fantastic one-day-only event. So stop by 105 Signature Place on July 27th and shop during the day and stay for the show.
Are you facing a challenging time that you need help navigating? Well, look no further than your local law firm of Kane & Crowell. At the offices of Kane & Crowell, we understand the complexities that come with family law matters. Whether you're going through a divorce, working through child custody or support matters, or needing a will or trust drafted to protect your family assets for future generations. Kane & Crowell, 615-784-4800. Your local leaders in family law matters.
Thanks for joining us here on a Thursday morning. John DeWall is my guest. We're talking about the 2024 annual DeWall Back to School Shoe Giveaway, and it will be tomorrow. 4 to 6 p.m., the Mary Chaffin Church Building, 715 Lake Street in Upton Heights, right here in Lebanon. This is the Salvation Army Church. And John's, again, we're glad to have you with us, and you've told us pretty much the gist of it already. But I think it would be good to go back and from the beginning. What year is this? You said it. I forgot.
31st.
This is 31. The 31st. I'll write 31 down here. I'll know it next time. But for 30 years, you've been doing this. And tell us how it got started.
My wife, former wife Becky, who is deceased now, was working at Potter's House Ministry in Upton Heights, the projects, and she noticed children in the projects often didn't have shoes, or if they had them, they were not in good shape. And she thought about her own 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 children, depending which year it was and how many kids we had, and remembered that she always took care of her children. Our family always went out and got some new clothes, new socks, new shoes to start off the school year, so you'd look good. And she saw those kids and she thought, it's just not right for these kids to not have those basic things to start school with. So she and Miss Bertie Ollygood, who owned an old station wagon, they said, we can buy some shoes and give some of these children that we see, that we know what they need to start school. And from that simple idea, it grew with a partnership of many businesses, many churches. Reverend Joy used to call it the Christian community in Lebanon, made up of individuals, businesses, churches, other institutions that cared for people, came together, donating money, sometimes donating supplies. Over the years, we've done different things just as the Lord provided. One year we had shoe uniforms. One year we had some school supplies. One year we did some backpacks. That was before the big Church of Christ backpack giveaway that now meets a lot of needs, and other organizations that give backpacks. So we've done a little bit of whatever the Lord put on our heart and provided to us over the years to meet the needs of children before school.
But the shoe thing is unique with you, isn't it?
Yes,
for the most part.
We don't know of any other shoe giveaway. I think there might be a Church of God that gave away some shoes one year that had that on their heart, and that's wonderful. We love it when any organization cares for hurting people and does something to help them.
Yeah, it's not a competition thing at all. It's a helping thing.
Exactly, and there's always more people to help than you can ever help with your one organization.
Well, you have this pretty well organized, and after 30 years, you should really, have it kind of down to a science as to how you do this. But here again, you need. I don't know that it's totally different with shoes. Any kind of clothing you wear, you want the right size or whatever. But you don't want shoes that are, especially that are too small. You really don't want them if they're too large. So how do you take care of that?
Well, we have, ironically, even though we're organized, over the years we have changed to better meet the needs of people. And during COVID, we had to move to a drive-through because we couldn't have a large crowd of people inside a small building.
Yeah.
And so after we did that drive-through for a couple of years, we realized this was a better way of doing the shoe giveaway. The people were secure in their car. They were cool. They weren't sitting in a long line out in the sun where we were concerned about the heat getting them. And so they drive through, and they have some ministers that meet them, give them some water, some snacks, talk with them, pray with them if they have anything they'd like prayer for. And then they're guided into a parking place with a tent in front of it with volunteers. And those volunteers, they might be young people, they might be middle-aged young couples, they might be older people. They might be mature like you and I, Coleman. At least by age we're mature. Maybe not always in our hearts or actions, but at least for me.
Yeah.
But then the volunteers meet the families, find out what shoe sizes they think they need. They go in and get them at a shoe store that's inside the chapel building, and then they come out and they fit them on the child and make sure they fit. If they don't, they go back and get another pair that does fit. And they'll go back and forth till they get the right size for the children, because you can't have shoes that don't fit.
Where I guess you or somebody is pretty good at shopping to get the best deal you can come up with, because you do give away a lot of shoes.
We do. It's always pretty overwhelming when you're shopping and you've got 200 or 300 pairs of shoes. You know how long it takes to check out that many shoes? Typically, we use the local Walmarts because they have the best price consistently, and we know they have large quantities. This year, my wife and I have been a little overwhelmed just with some circumstances of life, and we just didn't have time or energy to do everything that had to be done. And fortunately, the Lord sent a tremendous lady, Delane Davenport, and her daughter, Rihanna, who said, "We'll help you. We will buy the shoes." And let me tell you, they have had a blast. We talked to them, and sometimes shopping for shoes can be hard. We've had other people help us just get a few of them in the past that said, "John, we love you. We love the shoe giveaway, but don't ever ask us to go shopping for shoes, because it's hard. It can be difficult." But for Delane and her daughter, they love it. They love finding good deals. They love everything about it. And so we're really thankful that they came alongside to help us with that hard task.
Well, I'm wondering, as that old say, one size doesn't fit all for sure, and size is very important as far as the shoe that you're wearing. And I'm wondering, too, about different styles. They can change from time to time. What kind of shoes mainly are we talking about?
It's all tennis shoes.
Okay.
And we get a variety of styles because people are individual. They each have their own taste. And we want to try to let each person know that they are special and unique, just as they were created as a unique human. We want to acknowledge their uniqueness and try to fit them with what they like. We can't always do that, but we try. So we always get a wide variety of shoes. And we try to be attuned with what the kids like. We don't want to buy something that no child wants to put on their foot and wear to school, because that defeats the whole purpose of them feeling good about themselves.
Yeah, exactly. They want to have what others are wearing. Not many of us want to be totally different or out of style or out of sync or whatever. So you are very much aware of that and do the best you can.
Yes.
Yeah. How much is this kind of going on all year, or is it just maybe in June or July that you start doing the shopping?
Because it's just us that does most of the coordination, and we have helpers like Delane that help us buy the shoes and perform other roles. But generally, because it's just our family, and like all other families, we're busy and have responsibilities and children and work and health issues. And so we try to focus our work the couple of months before the shoe giveaway. And but sometimes we see opportunities to develop a partnership with someone, and you have to do that earlier than a month or two before the shoe giveaway.
Okay. And what about contributions? I imagine you have some people who have stepped up to the plate, and if you want to acknowledge anybody, that's fine too.
Well, as you know, it's hard to acknowledge because we have so many people that contribute, and once you start, you know who you're going to leave out. So I'd rather say we appreciate all those people who have it on their hearts to give to the shoe giveaway. And the way you give is to First Baptist Church in Lebanon. You just send them a designated offering written on the check, shoe giveaway, and they handle all our money, all our finances. That way it gets accounted for, it gets audited, and it's not being done by a couple of individuals, because a lot of nonprofits can have issues and problems when they try to manage their own money. A lot of temptation there, and we want to take that
and
away.
As far as reporting it, it's totally legal if you can itemize or count that against your income tax.
Yes, absolutely. It's a great tax deductible way to care for children and give to them.
So
And-
really, anybody that's listening that might want to even help this year or contribute for next year, whatever, just to First Baptist Church and shoe giveaway, and that'll take care of it.
Yes, sir.
Okay. We've got about 2 minutes left this morning. If we left anything out, again, remind everybody, of course, it is from 4 to 6 tomorrow, Friday, July 26th, at the Mary Chaffin Church Building on Lake Street in Upton Heights, and that's where it's been for the last several years anyway, right?
Yes.
And you are partnering with the Salvation Army here, so they play a role.
Yes, they play a big role. I think the biggest thing, Coleman, that I have left out is the idea that the shoe giveaway is a small picture of heaven with people from every culture, every race, every economic classification, young, old, people that can barely walk and sit down in a chair and give away undergarments, children that are 10 that are capable or younger that go and get shoes, bring them, fit them on kids. And so the joy of that and the connection, and people from all different denominations. You know, I love the way that everyone works together. You know, our country really needs unity more than ever. And this event is an event about unity of a lot of different people.
Well, I think there's no doubt that there are a number of people here that you're able to help that wouldn't have this help if it wasn't for what you and your supporters and contributors are doing. And there's got to be a lot of joy with you and people coming together and helping those that need help.
Yes, sir, there is. I see a little sparkle in your eye too, Coleman. I know you love that, helping people, caring for people. I see it in your eyes.
Well, thank you. Now, again, the Wall Shoe Drive tomorrow from 4 to 6, Mary Chaffin Church Building, 715 Lake Street in Upton Heights. John, thanks for being with us.
Thank you, Coleman.
That is it for Thursday, and until tomorrow, I wish you a tremendous day.